Starting from September 1st, the Ministry of Social Development and Housing will reopen the application process for people seeking housing assistance through the Chinese Housing Project. This comes as Cabinet approved a subcommittee to develop criteria for the distribution process of the housing units. Minister for Social, Community and Development, Housing and Gender Affairs, Philip Telesford, made this announcement on Wednesday. He explains that this move is to give every Grenadian a fair chance in getting housing assistance.
Cabinet also recognizes that criteria needs to be set so that people are aware as to what the conditions are, so that on application people are fully aware as to whether or not they fit into those criteria. We also believe that it is necessary to have an open house. So at some stage, during the application process, there is going to be an open house so that the general public would have first-hand viewing of these units.
The over 4,000 people who already applied will not be required to reapply for the chance to obtain an apartment. The ministry said they are also looking into the possibility of retrofitting the housing units.
Now, we paid a visit last week. The ministry paid a visit last week at the units, and we concluded that in order to make the units a little more accommodating to first-time house owners or occupiers, we thought it best that we may wish to consider the possibility of retrofitting these units to include cupboards and closets and maybe washing facilities, because what we do not want is for people to be hanging clothes on the windows and doors and verandas and such like.
Minister Telesford said that the housing units are scheduled for distribution before Christmas,
with a view of opening the application process by the 1st of September. During this process, you would be using the set criteria for application, so you'd know exactly where one stand. The idea is to be able to have these units distributed by the end of November to the first week in January. First week in December, So this is what we want to do. We want people to be able to move into those units before Christmas to be able to sort of acclimatize themselves.
The latest update on the Chinese low-income housing units was disclosed during government's press briefing on Wednesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.